Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's message, the final message on this week's series on restoration and healing 5 days to a healthier you. Today's message is message 5, mastering the art of healing. Mark 5:34 says, He said to her, Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering. This verse and this story is one of my favorite stories in the Bible and the last message in this series. This is a story about a woman who had been suffering from her menstrual cycle for 12 years and asked to be healed. She had spent all of her money on doctors and she just didn't get better. She had heard of Jesus and she sought him out because she was desperate to be healed. She was miraculously healed simply by touching the edge of his cloak. Her faith and the simple act of seeking Jesus had healed her. And when Jesus realized she had touched the cloak, he called for her in compassion to show herself. And when she did, he healed her completely. She went on to use her testimony to praise God for healing her. Now, this isn't much different than my own story of healing from yesterday. That was just a small part of my story, having a painful medical issue. And I didn't get to touch Jesus's cloak, of course. But I, in desperation, had called out to God, who gave me the ability to heal through my faith in Jesus. And here I am using my testimony to tell you about the unconditional love of God, much like this woman did. Now, it is incredible and miraculous to me that a simple act of faith could lead to such profound healing. Trust and belief in Jesus led her to him, much like with me. And after suffering for 12 years, her faith was so strong that she believed she could be healed just by touching his cloak. And she was right. Her belief was about to become a miracle. Now, I suffered for many years, the longest wait for me, 38 years, to heal from sexual assault. I called to God in faith and became healed of every single thing in my life. And to say it was a miracle, well, it just seems too simple to me, really. So I'm asking you today to choose to believe in the healing power of Jesus and the unconditional love of God. No matter how desperate things seem, if you choose to believe in faith, you can also experience this kind of healing. Just like me and the woman in the story, and like millions of people all over the world. And when you wholeheartedly know in your deepest part of your heart that God is there and Jesus saves, well, you know he can heal you of all things in your life, and he does. He makes you whole. He transforms you into someone new. He makes it abundantly clear to you that you will no longer resemble the person you used to be, that person that's now in your past. And once you ask for it, you begin to receive healing immediately, on the spot, because it's God's nature to instantaneously respond when we call to him. And it is in his miraculous character to complete our divine intervention. And it's his compassion that leads him to personally care for us when we call out in faith. I can't really find another way to say this. So I'm going to say it this way, the only way that I can think to say it from my heart. His love is so pure and encompassing that you can't mistake it in your life. When your deep sense of desperation and your suffering become a call for help is when it begins. When you're called to walk in faith, you innately know how to do it. You begin a special journey, and when the time is right, God begins to show you miracles, true miracles in your life in many kinds of ways. You begin to see and understand, and with the ears and eyes of your heart, the transformative power of God in your life shows up. You just need to call out and ask for it. It's a simple choice. You must believe it and know for a fact that it's going to occur. And you'll need to be aware of your weaknesses and approach humbly and trust in this oncoming transformation. The impact will be obvious as you grow. You'll begin to have trials and tribulations, tests of faith, and you'll be called to do things that you would have never even thought of doing in the past that you now left behind. You envision things you never could have done, and you just begin to do them. You take action, and you find peace in healing physically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. You will be called to endure significant changes, but you'll soon realize that all you've asked for starts to come into your life because your faith endured through it all. You'll find yourself truly and faithfully following the journey and will of God with compassion and forgiveness and ministering to others the full truth of Jesus. You'll begin to inspire others and encourage them by showing them your own faith and talking about your own miracles. Even when others think you've gone crazy and gossip about you. Even when it, again, is against what society thinks is normal. My new normal comes out in words and actions with a genuine and loving heart. And it's no accident or coincidence. I just know. And you will just know it. Because the experience itself is so deeply moving that it can't be anyone except for God. So I'm ending this week's series with this. If you don't remember anything else from my messages this week, just remember this. Choose not to let your fears stop you from experiencing this transformation. Be brave and trust in Jesus to heal and restore you. Call out to God and just simply ask in faith, in true faith, that he'll change your life with his unconditional love. Choose to believe that God's love is the answer and master the art of healing and restoration. If this resonated with you, comment love, and I'll direct message you the link to our Facebook page and website. Please like and share my post. Thank you for your donations to my divine mission and for helping me to keep my message alive. I'll see you next time.